you doing? This is Coach Damiano. Happy New Year's. Today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Art Lewin. Art Lewin is the owner and founder of Art Lewin Bespoke Clothiers. We're so excited to be here on the 51st floor of the City Club here in Los Angeles. Stay tuned for what follows. We're here with Mr. Art Lewin, the founder and owner of Art Lewin Bespoke Clothiers. We're so excited to be here today with them. We're gonna get into the psychology of what got Art to where he's at today. Thank you, Art, for having us.
Hey, good to meet you, Damiano. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you to my home, away from home. This is the Los Angeles City Club, LA, and this is the new club, and I'm happy to be able to share this with you guys.
Most definitely. So let's get into the tour around here. Let's see Art's home away from home. Show us around, Art.
You got it. So right now where we're in the hall of the main conference areas, or the banquet rooms. And let me kind of show you what these rooms look like right here. And in these rooms here, we have mixers once a month for all the members and their guests to network. And I'm really I highly believe in networking. I think it's a huge part of success, and as long as you're networking with the right people. So this is the great ballroom right here.
And how often do you network a week?
At least 3 times.
At least 3 times.
Yeah,
a week.
it's part of my work schedule.
Got it.
And not only my work schedule, my guys' work schedule, my entire team.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're constantly out there prospecting.
Always.
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 So do you have any tips on anything like that, as far as how to prospect, or?
The most of the prospect that we do is we do a lot of phone work. And when I started, I was making over 100 calls a day in a three-hour period. So from 3 p.m. till 6 p.m., I'll be in the phones, hitting the phones hard. And I wouldn't stop until I got 4 to 6 appointments.
Wow.
And in order for me to get 4 to 6 appointments, I had to talk to at least 20 to 23 people per day, every day. And because I didn't have anyone pay me a salary, so that's what I had to do.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is a networking environment right here at the
Yeah.
City Club Los Angeles?
Yeah, that was the reason that I joined back in the 90s. It was for networking. Everybody here wears suits. I'm in the clothing business, as you guys know, and that's what we do here. It's just a lot of networking. A lot of great possibilities. You meet some really great people. The staff is insanely awesome. Right now, that hole that you see down there, that's being made for it's going to be the tallest building on the West Coast, west of the Mississippi. And these conference rooms right here is just for each individual member to use as they come. It's first come, first serve.
That's really cool. They're all named after the continents.
Yep. And you can have meetings here. You have Wi-Fi. You have TVs. And this room right here, there's a media room right here. If you want to come in and create your own commercial for some members, there's a green room. So this is the media room, and this will create also. There's a screen that comes down, and it's the green room. This is kind of like the theater district. You see, you got the big screen right there. Kind of looks like the theater. You got the reels. What I usually do, I come in here after work, and I'll bring friends, I'll bring colleagues, and we just kind of chill, have a couple drinks, and enjoy the atmosphere. There's nothing better than when you're around other successful people, because they push you. These are going to be private wine lockers. So this here is the formal dining, and this was it's looking after the flower district. If you look at that, it looks like trees almost.
Yeah, wow, look at that.
This is where things happen. So each individual, the chairs were made high enough, so each individual table has the privacy. So it looks like you're in your own little section, or you could also get a booth if you need to.
I can only imagine what kind of deals get done here.
Tons. Oh, I love Mondays. That's my favorite day. Yeah. It's people hate it, but I love it, and I tell people probably the reason I love it, and most people that love Mondays love it, because they already have their day, their week planned.
Most definitely.
I used to hate Mondays when I didn't have crap going on. You know, everybody who doesn't have crap going on Mondays hates it. But since I already know how many people I want to see for that week and the following week, I love it. It's all prepared. And I decided to live my life like that in 1997. I changed everything in 1997.
What happened in 1997?
One, I went on my own. I decided to go on my own business, and I didn't go in my own business. I didn't have a salary. You know, I didn't have any income. I didn't have much money, and so I knew that I had to hit the phones hard, go prospecting, do whatever I had to book up my week. And my goal was to get 25 appointments on the books. So when I used to come see you guys, if I had an executive mortgage, if I'll see 3 of you guys, it was a bonus because I went to see Victor.
Yeah.
And then I'll see 2 or 3 other guys. And so I was excited when Monday came because I already knew I had 25 appointments in the book. And to break it down, 25 appointments to me meant that I would see 12 of them.
Yeah.
You know, there will be 10 of them that'll fall off or so. And out of the 12 of them, I'll sell half of those. And half of them back then, it earned me this much.
Most definitely.
And
yeah.
that's the discipline schedule that I still have today. And I share this with my staff because, and then I make them laugh. The reason being is I'm going into an appointment. I'm going to tell you before I even know who I'm going to see. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to sell them. And I come out with exactly what I told. I'm exactly how I was thinking of my mind, what I'm going to do to get them into this suit. Sometimes I'll wear the suit because I'm going to sell them that suit. And I'll tell my assistants, I said, watch this. I'm going to sell them this, this, and this, 4 ties, this, and this, and I'll come out with that because I visualized it. And that's what most people don't, it's a little secret. Really, it's a huge secret. But it works.
Most definitely.
And that's what exactly what you're talking about. It's called visualizing the night before, on Sunday night. On this morning, I woke up at 7. I was already reading. I read up on you. I read up on you.
For real?
Yeah, for reals. So I already knew your name before I even met you. I already knew you guys. Okay? I did a little research. I saw a couple of motivating videos. And then I read a little bit. And then I put up what I'm thinking throughout that day.
That's amazing.
So, and that's a huge part of success. It's visualizing. It's huge. It's huge.
And how did who taught you how to visualize? What happened?
And when I was 19, 18 years old, somewhere in there, I was in sales. I got in sales. And I knew that I had to get trained because I wasn't trained. I knew I was good at it, but again, it's going back to the psychology and all that stuff. So I knew how to get trained. And I attended all these boot camps. I attended Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, and a bunch of others. And all of them talk about thinking about how your day is going to start, which is visualizing. Mm-hmm. You know, later on I learned it's the word visualizing, about how you visualize your day, your week, your year, your relationship, this,
yeah.
You know, how you're going to talk to your kids. And it's very, very important because you kind of rehearse that in your mind already so it comes out smoother. And I do that every morning, by the way. So every appointment that I have, including you guys, I kind of knew in my mind what I was going to talk about.
What I'm really getting is that you had a vision. And with that vision, you were able to delegate and implement and put into systems to where you're at today.
Yeah. I highly believe in systems. I mean, you have to have a system for everything. You know, I could tell you what each one of my people do at every single time of the day because that's what the system says to do. You name any company has a system, but systems take discipline, and that's where individual people fail, because having the discipline to follow a system, it takes a lot of it's work.
You know, systems are really important in business. And share with us, you know, how you utilize systems inside of your business and how that could support other people that you know, that are self-employed and that are entrepreneurs as far as systems. Share with us a little bit about systems.
I'll give you a little bit in my business with system, and I always tell people that even though my business is clothing, our background is sales, and in selling you have to have a system, and I have a very disciplined system, and it's just to give you an outline of what my day looks like. I'll start really early. Either I'll work out or I'll read. If I have time, I'll do both. But it's one of the two. And then I start seeing clients at 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, and so on, until take a quick brief lunch and do it all over again till 2. By 3 o'clock, I'm on my desk calling on prospective or now more referrals from 3 to 5:30 or so, and then I'm done. But my day is very systematic. Some people call me sometimes boring, but that's just how it is. And my fiance says, I already know what you're going to do in 3 days because that's just, you got systems. But systems work.
I got a quick question. So I'm really fascinated that, I love the name of your company, right? Art Lewin Bespoke Clothiers. Now, why did you choose bespoke over custom?
Great question. It used to be Art Lewin Custom Clothiers forever. And in 2008, we all know when the real estate market took a big crash, I needed to separate myself from every other custom clothier in the country. So I took the word custom out and I replaced it with bespoke, because bespoke is the original word back in the day in England, and custom clothing all started in Europe. And so I started using that word because the people that know.
Yeah.
It's like a fine watch. People that know a watch, I can spot it from here to the other room.
Most definitely.
And so a lot of our clients now that know the word bespoke, they come to me because we're the leader in doing what we do, and that's why I changed the word. In 2009, I changed it.
Wow, that's fascinating, because that really separates yourself.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know what it is, and they start digging. They Google it. They go,
Yeah.
I don't know if you did that, but a lot of people do, and that's in 2009 is when I changed that word, because I had a horrible 2008. I didn't want to repeat it. I needed to separate myself, and that's why that happened.
And so in business, we're just millimeters off. If we just tweak our business a little bit, that's where we can have the explosion. And so it seems like that's what happened with you, just changing one word in the name of your business.
I changed the one word. That was in 2009. By going back early on in 1997, I changed my schedule. I got into that real focus schedule. I was just recently married. I just had bought a house. I just had a baby. I was working out of the house, and I told my ex-wife then, I said, if the baby cries, don't come and get me. I'm not home. If you need to open up a jar, don't come and get me in the room because I'm not home. That's discipline. It might sound like I'm a jerk, but I was so focused that from April 2nd, 1997 through December 31st, 1997, there was 8 months of drill. I was a walking, talking, prospecting machine.
Wow.
That was it. 8 months. It took me 8 months, and it changed everything.
Wow. Everything. I really appreciate that, because here we are starting 2014. And like so many people are basically going to start 2014 all over again, the same how it was in 2013.
Yeah, I see it every day. And you're talking about switching something very, very minute. That's all they have to do. Just switch the little things. Maybe they're thinking. Maybe the way they outlook on life. Maybe the way they dress. If they want to, they want to conquer the room. Maybe the way they speak.
So. One of the things that I really appreciate also, about your clothing is that the materials that you use for your clothing are A plus, cream of the crop clothing. How did you get the connections with all these different mills in Europe?
Good question. A long time ago when I was working for this company, I was one of the top guys in the world selling clothing. And when people found out, the mills found out that I was going on my own, they approached me.
Wow.
Because they knew I was going to be doing some big numbers, and they approached me. I have not been to Europe yet. Even though I get all my clothes from Europe, I haven't been there. That's on my wish list for next year, and I'm going to make that happen.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So I attracted them by doing the numbers that I was doing for some other company. They figured that if I was going to do some numbers, I was going to do some big numbers on my own too. It's kind of like selling real estate. You take an agent who's selling $200,000 homes. Why can't they be selling $1 million homes? It's the same process, just different mentality. You're dealing with a whole different crowd, but you have to be able to attract that.
Yeah.
And to attract that, you have to be polished. So I always advise to everyone that they should have a 20-year agreement with themselves, a 20-year contract. Okay, where do you want to be in 20 years from now? Because believe me, I'm 46 right now, and I remember when I was 26 and it went like that. Okay, but thanks to my life experience back then, and one of them was financial planning. I was in the insurance business. It taught me how to plan, and I started planning years ago. And thank God for that, because now I'm just about my 20 years, and now I have to plan for another 20 years. But I highly recommend for everyone to make yourself a 20-year contract.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And break it down. 20 years from now, I want to be worth, I know what I want to be worth, but you need to know what you're going to be worth. So let's say you want to be worth $10 million. How are you going to get there? Okay, like this, and then you break it down.
Reverse engineer it.
Reverse engineer it. And in 10 years, I want to have 10 homes. How are you going to do that? Well, get one a year. Okay, whatever it might be, and just reverse it, and then you break it down to the ridiculous, which means in 3 months I'm going to do this, in 6 months I'm going to do this, in 1 year, and that's me. I mean, right now, this time, even this morning, I create my want list every year around this time. Because my want list is my motivation. Because I have no one saying, "Hey, come on, go work." It's me, you know. Nobody says, "Hey, Art, it's time to wake up, go to work." It's me that I have to, motivate myself. So now my want list is, and it's not just material things. It could be relationship things. I want my wife, and I was wanting that years ago. Now I'm gonna have my perfect wife for me. I want my whatever it might be. I want a new living room. I want 20 pairs of shoes this year. I want to make myself 20 suits. Whatever the want list, and then you break down how are you going to achieve those wants. And that's goal setting. And that's when you come up and you create that 20-year contract with yourself.
Most definitely.
So, and most people will never do that, but they're going to be in the same place 20 years from now that they were 20 years ago. When it comes to sales, it's really like what you said. It's psychology. Study it. Study your craft. Whether it doesn't matter what it is. You'll find me at night. All I do is study. I study how to be the best at what I am today, or in my industry, which is clothing. So you study fabrics. I study shirts. I study how to tie a knot. Whatever it might be. So whatever question comes at me, sooner or later is going to come. I have the knowledge. So I would say study your field to be the best that you can, to beat the next big guy, and
Most
just
definitely.
continue studying. Whatever you're going to do.
I totally got that. We got a tremendous amount of value being with Art today. He got to share with us his home away from home, and even for me, being here at the city club in Los Angeles, I really get a sense of what's possible, and I get to step up my game. I really get to step up what it is that even for myself in 2014. And my goal is to bring Art out to the Inland Empire, and he's had other people bring him out, but we're going to bring him out in a special way and in a different way, and we're most definitely going to create win-win situations, because that's what this coaching program is all about. It's about creating win-wins. Okay, everyone gets to win. The life is abundant. Sometimes we think if someone takes a little piece of the pie out, that a piece of the pie is missing. Well, in my coaching program, it's about abundance, and it's not about scarcity. You can't live in both realms. You either live in a realm of abundance, or you live in a realm of scarcity. And in the realm that we choose to live in a realm of abundance. So, anything's possible. Okay, and that's what's possible for you. Anything. Any last words, Art?
You are what you attract.
You are what you attract. Have a great day.